My name is Jacob. Welcome back to a brand new episode of the Spotlight is On podcast. I'm very excited to have a brand new guest with me today, Jennifer. How do you say your last name?
Caldwell.
Yes. So you are a actress, and let's basically just tell everyone just who you are and kind of just what you do.
Okay. Um, I'm an actress and a audiobook narrator. I also do have a feature-length script, which is available for option. And I've written a couple of short plays. I'm also a photographer. So I do a lot of things, but mainly I'm an actor. Yeah. All kinds. Commercials. No, I lied. I have not done any commercials, but I've done films and television and theater.
Oh, cool. And so we're here to talk about your book that you narrated about Billy the Kid, which he has a lot of ties to Cimarron, especially with the St. James Hotel and stuff. And so let's just get started there and kind of just what made you want to uh, do something like this.
Well, as I said, I also, excuse me, narrate audiobooks. And when I saw on ACX that audition for this book about Billy the Kid, I was really excited because, as you said, I'm from Springer. So being from where I'm from New Mexico, and knowing about Billy the Kid, also my family has a history of crossing paths with, you know, Billy the Kid's milieu. And it was an amazing story because in this story, Billy the Kid is actually a girl. That may be offensive to some people. I don't know, but it's fiction. It's historical fiction, though. So the author sort of went with the storyline of Billy the Kid being a girl who was fleeing, being assaulted by a deputy sheriff in Silver City. Mm-hmm. And she had to flee because she ended up killing him. And she knew that she would go to jail for that. So she thought about it, and people had said that she looked like a boy. And so she just went with that. Mm-hmm. And so it's a fascinating story about, the types of things women faced in those days in the Old West. If you weren't a wife, and also, it was just a really interesting story. And all of the other characters in the book are actually taken from the pages of history.
That's super cool and just very just different twists. How did you get in contact with this person to narrate their book? Because you didn't write the book, correct?
Right.
Yeah. So how did you get in contact with this person or company or whatever to, I guess, narrate it for them?
Well, there's a platform that Audible has called ACX, and narrators can go to acx.com and look for books to audition. And there'll be a script there with an audition that you can do if you're interested in reading that book. And then if they pick you, then you get a contract and you narrate the book. And so that's where I got it from. And I did make a note when I auditioned, included with my audition, I said that, my family had connection with Billy the Kid and the people around him. And that I was very excited about reading this book. So I don't know if that's why I got it, but I did get it. So
that's good. So you can find the book on Amazon, right? You can
on
Audible, yeah, okay.
Which is, Amazon.
Yeah.
Owns Audible.
Okay, so if you guys are interested in the book and not just reading about it, but also hearing her narrate it, you can buy it, rent it on Audible or Amazon, I guess. Mm-hmm. Is it free or how much? How much is it? Do you know?
I think it's probably like $15 or $20, maybe less. I'm not sure.
Okay.
And it's the name of the book is Billy Bonnie, AKA the Kid.
Okay. And so I want to talk about your family connects in with Billy the Kid, and just kind of talk to me about that because that's very fascinating to me and very interesting.
Yeah, I would say on both sides of my father's family, who's from like the area around Mora, um, we have a sort of connection with Billy the Kid. On my father's side, my great grandfather, James Caldwell, was a friend of Pat Garrett, who is the person who supposedly shot Billy the Kid. Um, the family first moved there to that area, James Caldwell's family, from Arkansas, I believe it was, to down near Lincoln. And it was very, very treacherous at the time. This, I believe, was actually before the Lincoln County War, but it was when there was a lot of issues with, of course, people were settling the area. So the indigenous people, clashes with indigenous people, and it was pretty fierce. So Pat Garrett would help with taking care of the family while James Caldwell went to Mexico to buy cattle. So that's one connection. They were like buddies. And then on my grandmother's side, her father, my great grandfather, Robert Salmon, was actually murdered, and to this day, no one knows by whom, around Okate. And the reason why is because, well, people are speculating the reason why, because he had a lot of enemies because he was the agent for Thomas B. Catron, who figures very large into the story of Billy the Kid, because Billy the Kid was fighting on the opposite side of the people associated with Thomas B. Catron in the Lincoln County War. So, very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how I felt too when I saw it.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I think it's cool, that I know someone that has connections to Billy the Kid, their family. So I'll be telling people probably the rest of my life, oh, I know this person that has connections to Billy the Kid. And I'm like, oh. Going away from that, I want to talk because I'm a filmmaker and stuff, and so I want to talk about your acting career and talk about the projects and stuff that you've done over the years. If you're able to talk about them.
Sure. First, I would like to say congratulations on all your successes recently on your films. And I saw on Facebook where you have your new one that you're working on, where that monster under the bed looks pretty scary. Did you draw that?
No.
Okay, that's for those who haven't seen it. It's a very scary monster under the bed with a child on top, and it kind of draws on those ideas of childhood when you thought there was a monster under the bed. I remember I would go to the side of the room and run and jump onto the bed because I was afraid that a monster might reach out and grab my ankle. Probably a lot of kids did that. So my career, yes, I've been acting. Well, I went to Los Angeles in 1990. I'm from here, as I said, in Springer, but I went to LA in 1990 for acting and been acting ever since. I've done a lot of films that are like festival films, have gone to different festivals all around the world even. One of them went to a festival in Africa, which was pretty cool. And I've also done theater, a lot of theater. In fact, one of my projects I'm working on now is a show that I did last summer at the Hollywood Fringe Festival. And I am revamping it now. I'm working with a dramaturgist, and it's going to be pretty different than it was the first time. But it's really probably my favorite theater thing I've ever done. And I've also done theater in New York. I did off-Broadway Tony and Tina's Wedding, which was so fun. It was like a lot of it was ad lib, improvisational. And I've been a part of an improv troupe as well, which was really awesome. Have you ever done improv?
I have not.
It's really, really awesome. And I remember the first show I did, because you're making it all up,
Mhm.
And so the first show I did in front of an audience, I was like, oh my God. And then I thought, no, just say something, based off of what someone's giving you.
Yeah.
And I did, and I was hooked.
That's super cool. So for me, I would rather, be behind the camera directing and stuff like that. I don't like being in front of it. Um, but knowing that you're from here, if there's a project I'm working on, I'll contact you and see if you want to, possibly be a part of it or whatever.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Uh, have you thought of, because I know, Raton has a pretty big growing film community out there and, theater and stuff. Have you ever thought about doing stuff out there or contacting anybody out there?
Absolutely, yes. That's in my plans for sure. I'm going to be going back to LA for a little bit, but then I'll be back here, and that's one of the things I intend to do. I imagine you've been to the facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go there and visit that.
Yeah, so I collaborated with the people there at Raton Media Works. They're the ones that are opening up the studio there, Kearney, in the old Kearney School building. I think that they start construction at the end of the year, I believe, on it. But it's pretty big building that they're thinking of a lot of stuff. So I'm excited for hopefully whenever it does open. And I think they were saying maybe within the next year it should be open. I'm hopefully. But I mean, no, like they've done a lot of stuff from that time, especially like with Film Prize Junior and stuff, mentoring the kids there to go to school and taking them through the whole process of making a film and stuff like that, and then they get to go to Albuquerque and to the big festival event there and kind of just watch their films on the big screen and they can win awards and stuff like that. So, Raton has a pretty big community for film and also theater, with the Suler Theater and the plays that they do there.
Yes. And I'm also part of the New Mexico local, on the New Mexico local board for SAG-AFTRA. So I know that we're also talking about maybe having an event. Speaking before I should, because we haven't talked to anybody, but people are interested in that facility as well. Because we want to do projects more up north and also down south too in Las Cruces as well. Trying to, encourage and foster creativity in the state of New Mexico. For sure.
That's super cool. Yeah. So, other than your theater, your play that you're working on, is there anything else that you're working on that you can say?
The play is really taking up a lot. There's a lot to it. And I just want to say that it's really important to me because basically the main idea of the play is I really want to get. Are you familiar with astrology?
A little bit.
Well, in astrology, there's houses, and the 12th house is something that I'm really fascinated with because the 12th house is a space in between form and formlessness, in between what is and what could be. It's like a space in between. And it's also filled with ancestors. And it's like a space of possibility because of the nature of it. And in my show, I want to not talk about it, but bring people to that space. Yeah. And so that's what I'm playing with and investigating with my dramaturgist is how to access that so that people actually experience being in that space. And also draw the comparison to how that is where we are collectively is in that space because it's it's like a in between space right now. Things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's taking up a lot of my time. I also love to play pickleball. Do they have pickleball in Cimarron?
No.
Oh, well, maybe we should bring it there.
That'd be cool. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. That's all I can think of right now.
Hey. So I want to talk about a little bit more about the play. So are you? I don't know how it is compared to writing scripts for films. Is it very similar? Like you have to write a script, or so it's pretty much like the same as writing a script for a film, I believe, right?
With this play, I'm working, as I said, with this dramaturgist, and so that's really helping because she's giving me a lot of ideas, and I'm doing a lot of different exercises, like writing a scene.
Mm-hmm.
But in the sense you're talking about, yes, in the sense of writing the scene, it is similar. You mean to writing a screenplay?
Yeah.
No, it's very different from writing a screenplay. I mean, the writing itself, I'm still using Final Draft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you use that. I use Final Draft to write a screenplay,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm still using it to write the play as far as, the technology of what you use. But the whole, visualization of it is totally different, as you can imagine, because it's a live experience as opposed to a film. You have to think about it cinematographically.
Yeah.
And so it's totally a different thing, really, and kind of you could say kind of difficult, but I just think it's interesting. Just a different way of approaching something.
Are you gonna be a part of the play in any way? Are you gonna act?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a one-woman show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but the way I wrote it, it could have other characters. When I did it at the Fringe, it was just me, and the character, like the device I'm using to tell the story, is an Irish queen, an ancient Irish queen named Maeve, and that's me. So I'm Maeve, and Maeve is showing you these things, like invoking the 12th house, and also having conversations with people from the past. Like in the first show, I had a conversation with the empress, the last czarina of Russia, Alexandra Romanov, and also with Nancy Reagan, and also with Pocahontas. You had conversations with all these people. Now I think they might be different people the next time, but I will probably also have conversations with people again from history.
Very, very interesting, and I'm excited for it. So,
thank you.
So that's pretty much all the questions I have for you. Just I guess before we do end this episode of the podcast, at the end of every episode, I always tell my guests, what are 3 things that you are grateful for?
Okay, I am grateful for my family and friends. Does that count as 1 or 2?
It can count as 1.
My family and friends, because they're really a blessing to me. And I'm grateful for my ancestors. I'm working on, having a deeper connection with my ancestors. And I think part of this came about because of the book. And I am grateful that, I have a roof over my head and something to eat and clean water to drink, because some people don't.
Yeah. Thank you, Jennifer, for being a part of the podcast and coming on and talking about the book, you narrating it, all your projects. Super exciting. So before we do end it, is there a way people can contact you?
Yes, people can contact me.
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer, for inviting me over to your house and having me welcome you onto the podcast. Hopefully, I can have you on again in the future, possibly after the play is out and stuff. And I think that would be really cool. But yeah, thank you.